Very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for joining this conference. As informed by the MC, ICT Academy is the host partner for this prestigious conference. So, on behalf of ICT Academy, also I welcome all of you. Um, this panel discussion is more to discuss on the transformation leadership in the era of rapidly changing technology. The 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 technology, the job is getting disrupted so fast, and this topic according to us is very pertinent, and it is very important given the various aspects which we are witnessing in the higher education. India as a country is very vast and diverse. Close to around 42 million students are undergoing education in close to around 1000 plus universities and close to around 42,000 plus colleges. This also invites a lot of trouble. Only one fourth or even lower than one fourth are actually deployable by the industry as per the industry standards. So that actually calls for a strategic direction, a kind of a strong leadership to bridge the gap between the academia. According to the leadership, especially the transformational leadership, it is not just envisaging the or giving solution to the current issues what we are facing. We should have a foresighted view to understand how it is going to evolve, how the global workforce is going to undergo a kind of a transformation, and the leadership should act consciously in that particular direction. As a country where close to around 60% of the population are under the age of 35, this is a need of the hour. This is very important for the nation. We are a growing nation, and we are becoming younger when compared to the other countries, and we'll soon become an epicenter of talent, not only for the nation but for across the globe as well. So the skilling is actually happening in multifolds, and it is important for the educators, especially the leaders or the administrators of the educators, to understand this ever evolving dynamics and make a concrete decisions and the kind of steps towards making this system propel to the next level, so that a lot of transformation can happen, and end of the day the students will also get deployable by the industry. So given this context, I think this is one of the important session, and I am so privileged that I am going to moderate such a great expert panel. I mean, when I looked at the name, I told the organizers that why not we have somebody else to moderate it, because I'm also part of that group. I'm part of the skilling group. So somebody else need to moderate who can always ask questions to them. But unfortunately, since I'm part of the skilling ecosystem, I can only advocate for skilling, and I also voice out their opinion. So that way, I think it is going to be tricky for me. So with this small preamble, I think I should formally introduce all the panel members, the key experts, and it is my duty, because when I checked with MC, she said she'll only do a kind of a intro about the panel, but not an intro about the speakers, experts. Given that we have some the knowledge education leaders with us, I take this opportunity just 2-3 minutes to introduce each one of them. We have with us Professor Dr. Elayaperumal as the Director of National Institute of Technology in Nagaland. Dr. Elayaperumal has extensive experience in academic leadership, driving innovation, educational strategies, one of the premier technical institutions of India. His expertise span across various aspects of higher education, administration, and technical education policy implementation. A big round of applause to Professor Elayaperumal, who have traveled all the way from Nagaland for this particular section. Next, we have with us Professor Dr. G. Kulanthaivel, the Dean of International Affairs at the NITTR, Chennai. Brings more than 3 decades of experience in technical training technical teachers both in India and internationally. His area of interest include biomedical engineering, IoT, ICT application in education. He has also held leadership position in international bodies like Asia Pacific Accreditation, Certification Commission underscoring his global perspective on education. Thank you very much for joining in this panel, sir. Next, we have with us Dr.B.Sendilkumar as the Dean and Director of Health Science at the Vinayak Mission Research Foundation in Tamil Nadu. Dr. Sendilkumar leads research initiative in health sciences, contributing significantly to the academic research and healthcare innovation. He plays a pivotal role in shaping the future of health education and research at the institution. We also have with a big round of applause to Sendilkumar sir. So we have with us Mr. Vijay Karunakaran, is the founder and CEO of InGage group of companies with over 3 decades of experience, a stalwart in technology. He has been a former director at Intel Corporation and AMD. He has led global teams in AI, AR, VR, metaverse development, so on and so forth. And in his current capacity, he is one of the strongest supporter of Tamil Nadu's skill development activities. His organization is strongly engaged with the Honorable Chief Minister's brainchild called Nan Mudalvan, and they are one of their active supporters, and they train thousands of students in a year through their initiative. Not just that, he is also an advisor in a lot of forums, including the Tamil Nadu Planning Commission, so on and so forth. So a big round of applause, and thank you very much, sir, for taking your time to be part of this important panel discussion. And next we have with us our own Mr. Udaya Shankar. Everyone knows him. So as a national lead for academia and government relations at NASSCOM, Udaya champions the cause of bridging academia and industry. His effort focuses on creating a symbiotic relationship between education institution and the tech industry, fostering a future-ready workforce in the fast evolving tech landscape of India. So thank you, Udaya, for joining, and a big round of applause to all of them. So what I've quickly done is we have a diverse group of panel members, one representing the health science, one representing immersive technologies, futuristic technologies, one actually advocate for a strong industry academia relationship, and we have 2 stalwarts, one actively participating and supporting for the cause of empowering the faculties, teachers, specifically the technical teachers, and one professor who's actually gone far away to create an impact in a place like Nagaland. So I have also devised, because I cannot ask a same question, probably in most of the panel discussion, it so happens that there will be one specific question and that will be circulated and that will be debated. I thought I should change the format a little bit, considering their background, considering their expertise, considering their role, what they play in terms of empowering and educating the next gen. So my first question, of course, is for Professor Elayaperumal, the director of NIT Nagaland. As ICT Academy, we work with close to around 2,700 institutions, specifically in Northeast. 8 sister states of Northeast is a very, very important terrain for us. Unfortunately, when we execute projects in a landscape or a geography like Northeast, we face a lot of challenges, specifically in terms of technical infra, in terms of even the gross enrollment ratio would be a challenge there. So there are so many parameters in states like Northeast, which is actually, needs a lot of attention. So as a director, sir, of NIT Nagaland, what are the key leadership traits you believe it's essential for driving change in technical education, specifically in NIT Nagaland? How do you foster these traits within your leadership team? This is one of the questions which came to my mind. The second, of course, which is more pertinent or out of my sheer experience working with ICT Academy in geographies like Northeast, I also thought I should invite your thoughts on a kind of a recent example where you managed resistance to a significant change, and what kind of a leadership strategy which you exhibited to overcome that situation and collaborated with them. So these two are the specific questions which I thought I will put forth in front of you, sir.
Very good morning to all of you, esteemed members and my dear panel members and moderator. We are sitting here only by choice or chance, but whosoever who are sitting as the audience, everybody is a good leader. I know some of the people, they are also well experienced. I see many people who takes this kind of chair in many places. Anyway, we are here to just share our own experience. The main topic is transformative leadership. And there are different types of leadership. So, transformative leadership, transactional leadership, and absent leadership, then ideal leadership, then silent leadership, like that. So, no individual is, every individual is unique, every individual is different. So, they are vested with different attitudes and aptitudes. Everybody is working in an organization, only 1 or 2% who is occupying the chair, it is only because of his attitude and aptitude. So you should make the difference on your attitude and aptitude. I just recently joined NIT Nagaland just 5 months before. I always have the opinion that if you have 10 donkeys as a follower, 1 lion as a leader, all donkeys will become lion. If you have 10 lion as a follower, 1 donkey as a leader, all lion will become a donkey. So this is what is happening. So the entire transformation of any organization, including education institution, depends upon the leader. The moment I joined there, I was not having any proper information. They totally all Northeast, what the moderator, Professor Moderator is telling, it is true. The characteristics of Northeastern states, it is entirely 100% different from the mainland. Even they don't have the idea that they are belonging to India. So when I say that I want to go to Delhi, are you going to India? Like that. So they think that it is in foreign countries. Okay. So that kind of isolated feeling, they are, I think 30 years before itself, they are coming to Chennai or Bangalore or Bombay, almost Northeast students, they are coming here and studying here in Tamil Nadu and various private engineering colleges. That shows that they have a lot of lack of infrastructure facilities. There is only one NIT, there is only one engineering college, and there is only one central university, and nothing is doing well. The main hindrance is the students, inclusion of students, number one. The students are very much, they are not interested in mathematics and science. They are interested only in arts and arts. So they are very weak. Even when I joined there, I called a faculty. I just gave a 2 number, 3-digit number only to add that one, that Naga faculty. I say, I don't think that I'm undermining. So immediately he is taking a calculator. But whereas our boys, just mentally, orally, they will say that. So first of all, the kind of input, if input is good, the output will be good. First of all, the input of the candidates, the NIT, we have a 50% quota for the locals, 50% for the other students. So 50% only for Nagaland students and 50% for the remaining rest of the India, starting from Tamil Nadu to Kanyakumari. Tamil Nadu to Himalayas. So, and similarly, see the quality of faculties, it is also same there. And the infrastructure, if you want to construct a building for 1 crore, you have to invest 50 lakhs for the leveling of lands and other things. And with the added associated some other problems, it is very difficult to construct a building also. And now, in my institution also, 10 years over, only 20% of the building has been constructed. I need to construct remaining 80% of the buildings. And the kind of structure. So when you want to see regarding the change, what are the kind of challenges which I faced? So there is no proper structure of the office. There is no communication. There is no motivation. There is no interaction. There is no involvement of stakeholders. Like, see, any organization structure, for especially for a private, education institution, the leadership role and faculties, students, and parents, and other stakeholders, regulatory agencies. So all the people has to involve equally. So unless otherwise, you have a change in attitude. How to see what I did first? I just introduced them. I want to have a transparent, open, honest administration. So you have to build the trust first. Building the trust first, that is the major weapon to change the institution. Then second, honestness. If you are honest, if you don't have a second agenda for you, and if you are concerned with the stakeholders, they start following you. And you have to be a role model. And what you preach, you have to follow. So whenever I say to the faculties and students, I just followed And one more thing, I just told them, faculties and students must be comfortable and happy. So almost I created all the minimum facilities and either lab infrastructure or physical infrastructure or digital infrastructure. Almost I created all the things within 4 months so that they can have a confidence that I will uh, I will give you a happy and comfortable environment. So now people started following me. Now they are comfortable. They are believing me that I will bring the institution to the greater height.
Phenomenal, sir. I think a lot more needs to be done in places like Nagaland. Having witnessed that as a geography, I think there are resources or there are availability of skilling initiatives specifically for Northeast. But unfortunately, there are certain restrictions which are still prevailing in such geographies, which is preventing us from moving forward. For example, very recently also we tried introducing one of our donor specific program. So through Infosys Foundation, we tried to launch a kind of a data science program for Nagaland. So the team of ICT Academy went there, visited the place and came back and gave an input that there is no way that you can teach science here, forget about data science. So so that's a kind of a challenge, and I'm sure we've taken the role of leader very recently, and I'm sure that we can see a lot of success. The only request is probably you may please echo this message across the colleges in and around Nagaland. Being a director of a strong institution, that will definitely help to drive change. My next question probably is to Professor Kulanthaivel, the Dean International Affairs of NITTR, very specifically on the technology, because you are primarily focusing on equipping the technical teachers. So, what is the kind of the technology which, or what is the kind of methodology you follow to implement technology to bridge the gap in international education? What kind of measures you have taken as a dean of international affairs, sir?
Good morning to all. So I am Dr. G. Kulanthaivel, working in this institution, National Institute of Technical Teachers Training Institute, research for the past 28 years. So regularly we are conducting training programs for the engineering college teachers, polytechnic teachers, and university teachers. I think I might have conducted more than 350 programs for the teachers. So what we do is regularly we do the quality improvement programs in the technical areas, but NITTTRs are really specialized for the pedagogy concept, because all the teachers just they complete a bachelor's degree, master's or doctorate, but unfortunately the teachers are not even aware of what is pedagogy or how to teach, teaching methodologies. Even sometimes when we go, they are not aware of objectives. But now luckily NBA insisting on OBE, outcome-based education. So we are really happy to see that at least people are aware of these learning outcomes, how to prepare. This we are telling, at least NITTTR was started in 1964. Our seniors, professors were telling all these things for a long time. But now all the institutions are doing. But especially I observe, as you know, the Sustainable Development Goals of UNESCO, UN, they have 17 goals. So especially the quality education, goal number 4 is very important. And partnership of the goals, that is for goal number 17. So Government of India is doing a lot of programs, sponsoring money for national level and international level programs. So we do many programs for the international participants under Ministry of External Affairs funding. So many teachers used to come, teachers and officials also. They come to Chennai, stay for, actually they stayed like 8 weeks those days. Now for the past 2 years after COVID, they reduced to 4 weeks because they want to give opportunity for more teachers. So at least around 300 international officials used to come to our campus in a year. So we train them in different areas, including the technology or curriculum, leadership, strategic planning, and even like we do on sustainable development goals, steward, all these things. So what we consider as technology, as you told, because people should, because simply if you are going to teach, go on using lecturing method, it is not useful nowadays. So we have to make our students like active learners, because after COVID, everybody wants to use something in the mobile or laptop. So even I suggest like a mentimeter.com, whenever, because as you know, instructional planning, we call like lesson planning. If you have 15 minutes or 55 minutes. First 5 minutes we tell them, introduce and motivate the students. Then next 35 minutes you have to make them to develop the content. Then summarization and evaluation last 5 minutes. So even during introduction, we ask the teachers to use like Mentimeter, some software, Slido, Kahoot, or even through some Google forms. We ask them to some questions, most years like pre-test, we ask them to do. Then we are asking them to do different methods. Don't do only lecturing. At least assignment or brainstorming. As you know now, the technology is changing. Olden days we are all doing traditional classroom. It was synchronous learning. So now through Google Meet we are doing synchronous. But many are not able to do. That's why we started using asynchronous learning, especially what we do on the Government of India initiative SWAM. Now NITR Chennai Director is also the overall coordinator for teacher education. So we do special programs, especially in the area of pedagogy areas. And everything is free, as you know. Now recently SWAM Plus was introduced by Government of India, where industry people started giving the programs in collaboration in institutions also. So many programs are free, but industries are charging also. Many students are really benefited. Yesterday I saw more than 1 lakh students or the faculty members have registered this recently. 2-3 months back it was started. If you go to SWAM, there is a separate icon, SWAM Plus. So you can use that and they can use it. So that is like asynchronous learning. Whatever you are going to do, like MOOC based, massive open online courses, or you are using LMS, learning management systems. So we started giving the materials online through LMS. Lot of videos, animations we give them and we ask them to do. And especially international, we found that timings is also very difficult, because we have to cover to west to this east. Like Fiji, if you want to do, is more than 5.5 hours. So left side, lot of people come, even from Mexico, our people comes. When they come here, there is no issue. When we want to do online some discussion or curriculum related or other technology, we find the timings is different. So we used to give them material online, so they study in advance also. That's what the concept is coming now, flip the classroom concept. So we give the materials in advance to the students. India also people started doing this. So they have to study in before, and classrooms we have to give more activity. That is what our students also like, and by way we will be achieving the OBE also. So NBA, they are insisting NBA, whatever they do this outcome based education, it can be achieved through this. And as we have AR, we are specialists like ASR. So virtual reality is going to change. Even like 360-degree video has come. So the students are going to be like, we call immersive learning. They will feel that if I want to learn about heart, so there's olden days we are just showing the pictures. Now they have the video in the PC or laptop. So once I wear the VR headset, I'll be immersed. I can touch different parts. Okay, right atrium, right ventricle, left atrium, left ventricle, tricuspid wall. This is aorta. So the students will be able to, or any learners, even we can just, we will feel like we are touching each part and we are learning like that. So even like a car, they want to do different parts is possible. Even like Laptech International, one of my friend in Batam, Singapore, is basically US person. They have developed a lot of VR things where they have even made the question answer sessions also through these things. So all the things are possible through that. So the technology is changing. So we have to slowly change. If you are going on using old method, our students will not like that. So always I ask the student, the faculty members during the pedagogy courses, we call induction program or instruction design delivery systems, whether our students will come in case attendance is not compulsory. Because now we are insisting 75%, 80%. That's why students are there. Because everything is available online. Not only SWAM, you can go to Udemy or Coursera, edX, many things are there. So they can read themselves. But we have to make our students to engage more than that. Then only we'll be having more students. So that's what for national or international level teachers, we do this. Thank you, sir.
Fantastic, sir. I think.
Want to add, yeah, please. And actually, recently, I was one of the member in the structuring and revamping of National Technical Teachers Training Institutes located in 4 places in India. I was one of the committee. Kamakoti was Professor Kamakoti was also the member. And in that, we have elaborately discussed about the pedagogy and training programs which is needed for the country. And actually, NITR Chennai, it is doing extensive services and extensive training program for the faculties of all different disciplines. And I think with his permission that AICT also has made it compulsory that newly recruited faculty to undergo a compulsory training program from specified number of hours and number of days. That is mandatory because people are coming straight from the doing PhD and MTech and or something like that. They are straight coming to the teaching. They are not equipped with the pedagogy in this, and they are not also equipped with the latest technology and the technology integration and training methods. That is a part of that one. The NATTR is doing excellent job, and particularly Professor Kulanthaivel is taking care of international relations. And in that committee, we also discussed mere training. Actually, we used to tell that research output should go to the class, class output should go to the research lab. So in that discussion, we all decided that NATTR should be given a deemed university. They should also concentrate on the research, whatever the latest cutting edge technologies. And now they are doing extensive research in the teaching methodology and other pedagogy and thing in all educational technologies. Each and every year they are doing extensive research. They are bringing into the training program also. And that as a prerequisite, now the deemed university status has been given to the NATTR. Now people can do research in the teaching learning methodology also. So the one advantage is the latest cutting edge technologies. It should not be like a routine, like running a FDP program in our colleges. They should run the training program on the latest cutting edge technologies. And one more thing, I request NATTR to give some training program on leadership also. So right now they are not concentrating on the leadership. Now we have a number of leaders are there, but number of transformative leaders are not there. So I request the NATTR to consider to give some leadership program for the higher level of academicians like deans, directors, and HOD, something like that. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you very much for the input. I think the trainers or the training are infusing a transformation leadership program to the higher order education industry is a need of the hour. So with this, I will quickly move on to Dr. B.Sendilkumar. So he's the only person who's from the health sciences. So I have a very interesting question for him on the change management in health education, because that is one of the fast evolving the field of education. So what kind of an approach as a dean and director you're following to train the healthcare professional to adopt innovative strategies, particularly in managing resistance to new technologies or practices? How do you infuse that quality?
Thank you, sir. Good morning to one and all present here. I am Dr. Sendilkumar, Dean and Director of Health Sciences, Vinayak Research Foundation. Rightly said by Kulanthaivel, sir. The only thing is we need to concentrate outcome-based education. So outcome-based education is mostly the engineering sector speak about, but even this medical NMC says competency-based education and curriculum-based medical education they have started up. And rightly said, the faculties, those of completed their graduation and joining the institution as a fresher, they don't know about pedagogy, lesson plan, what is actual, what is schedule, and they need to map the faculty logbook along with this pedagogy. They don't know how to map the things. So the extensive training should be given to the faculty itself. No, rather than getting to the students, we need to give a faculty training program. That what NATTR is taking care, and they have he has been a speaker for us also. So we need to focus on first this all this basic needs for the faculties. Then only we can go and teach the students, because if the faculty knows about what is the outcome of this program. For an example, any program take an example of physiotherapy. What is the outcome of the program? The faculty should know. So what type of subjects is going to teach, and the subject outcome should be there. The course outcome should map the program outcome, and from there we should map the things. Then only we can know what once the students goes out of the organization, what is going to have. So that is the main we need to focus. Second one is the technology driven, usually engineering sector they speak about this industry academia gap, like industry academia collaborations. Even the health sciences we do industry academia collaboration. For an example, the technology students, for an example of cardiac technology or the radiology imaging technology students, they'll get into the MNC companies Siemens and SLR like that. So they expect the students to have some kind of exposure towards industry. So we have some industry designed and industry specific and industry offered courses where that they will come and do the training for the students of they have from the level O to level 10. So they'll conduct the programs. They'll make understand the students what exactly the industry needs. Even we invite the people from hospitals, and where the hospital also considers the industry. So what exactly the hospital need? So we have a specific internship program called industry that is called like industry training, internship training. That is where the students will go for a 1 year. They have to meet the HR, convince the HR, and he has to be placed over there and do the internship there. Then at the end of the day, he'll be placed in the hospital itself. So no, there is institution. There is no need to go for any kind of career guided program, or maybe like no need of doing any placement drives or something. So if you do this in last 1 year, so automatically the students will get the placement. So that's called the industry interface training we do. And apart from that, we have rightly said about this immersive training. There's immersive platform. Now we are most of the medical colleges and people are not utilizing this cadaver because of availability is very less, and you cannot use the same cadaver for all. So now that all virtual thing has come, like for an example, the Elsevier, they have a osmosis where the students can learn in entire thing, like from the top to bottom, they can learn in osmosis. And also like because of being a deemed university, we have a flexibility where we can have skill enhancement courses and ability enhancement courses where we can incorporate in each semester. Students can take up courses in Coursera, edX, Swayam, and they can transfer the credits to their mark sheet also. So this it's kind of self-directed learning also, and experiential learning where they will get into the postings. They'll get to know what exactly they need, what the patient need, and everything. So like this, like we have health sciences also coming up with the outcome-based education recently, and soon we'll achieve this. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Fantastic. So good to see the technology is getting adopted in a wide way in healthcare. So now moving on to Vijay sir, because no other than him as a technocrat, a tall leader in technology, can talk more about what trends he sees to be very critical for academic leaders to consider in the next 5 to 10 years.
I was wondering the panel's going to get over before my chance comes. Almost 40 minutes is up. Anyways, I'll make it quick and ask Udaya for you. So, ex-director Intel, 18 years. I've been part of the industry for quite a while. I was head of the microprocessor division. Last 4 years, I run editor company. We build skilling simulators for defense manufacturing companies, and we also go teach emerging technologies. That includes a combination of AR, VR, IoT, AI, 5G, all the emerging technologies. Part of the non-Modalvan and outside non-Modalvan, we teach close to a lakh students every year. We are present in 1,500 colleges. We take a lot of industry problems, the innovations, the latest trend, bring into the curriculum, and we do this. I also sit in the board of the few government departments. Now, if you look at it, I'll just quickly finish up the whole thing in 2 minutes, right? AR, VR is not an isolated technology, right? The way PC computing, smartphone computing, we do all computing on smartphone. The future lies in immersive computing. Immersive computing is just not augmented reality and virtual reality. It's a combination of augmented reality, virtual reality, blockchain, AI, IoT, including computer vision. It is a combination of all those technologies. That's what is the next Web 3.0, immersive computing. That's what is going to happen in the next 5-10 years. Everybody in this audience, some form of glass portrait dripping where the content is going to come in front of you in 3D. That's where the world is heading. ஒரு பழைய ஒரு சாங் இருக்கு, காசு பணம் துட்டு மணி மணி இருக்குங்களா? அது what that means is follow the money. Look at all the big boys of the world, technology world, whether it is NVIDIA, Intel, Microsoft, Google, Facebook. where do they invest money? If you look at it, they're investing only in this area, a combination of metaverse and AI. So we need to make sure the students of Tamil Nadu, the students of India, because you all know, right? A huge chunk of people are unemployable because they don't have the skills. We need to focus on these areas. It's just not only AR, VR. And I strongly urge the education institutions to have a mindset to bring in not just what is COE vana, right? You go to a large company, they do a COE. Work through a meaningful COE where it's just not some lab that you put up. It has to be a combination of curriculum, multidisciplinary curriculum. You bring all people from different departments come in there. You make them consume content, immersive content, build content so that they can drive with injection of hackathons, internship, so that you create superstars from your academic institutions. You create R&D because this area is green. There's very minimal research that has happened in our research papers. It's a very green area and AI is going to take over. Currently, or last week, I sat in the State Planning Commission or a meeting where I'm building, along with my team, building a proposal to use AI for automatic test paper generation and correction. So the Tamil Nadu government is also very interested to use latest technology, including ARV and AI, how it could ease the workload of academicians so that they can focus on skilling. Did I cover the most point?
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
So if you all want some COEs to create some superstars from your college anywhere in India, I'm more than happy to help out. We typically build COEs and we also give close to 5 CR worth of CSR funds into the college. We have built around 65 of them. So more than happy to engage with you all. Yeah, thank you.
Absolutely. I think sir is going to stay here for some time. Probably you can have a discussion with them and take this collaboration forward. Thank you very much, sir, for summarizing it so eloquently. I think you were able to narrate your entire experience in just 2-3 minutes. That is phenomenal. Thank you very much. Now we'll move on to Mr. Udaya Shankar, who is a strong advocate for industry academia collaboration, and he's doing some phenomenal work in that space over the last 1.5 decade, if I'm not wrong. And now he's leading that for the entire nation, taking care of the academia and industry collaboration. So my question to Mr. Udaya Shankar in specific is, what does it need for, what is that an academic system should adopt to fit into the future trends? That's what you precisely do, but I would like you to touch upon certain interesting aspects which are innovative, activities what NASSCOM is implementing now to propel that vision to the next level.
Thank you so much, and I'm very glad to be part of this wonderful panel today. Like Kulanthaivel sir rightly said, ungala motivate panta podum. I mean, you're the champions, you're the great pillars of this nation. I think so. You have to give a big round of applause to yourself, all the faculties. And I'll take few elements like we are bringing up great value add. Take great example of this event. We were discussing about how the partnership can engage, where we talk about the collaborativeness of government, academia, and industry. As I represent NASSCOM, we take the champion value of how industry wanted the academician to prepare themselves. Let it be any program in the country. Specifically what we did in Tamil Nadu, a great example that we work along. Like I think so, we 3 partners are together for the Non-Mudalvan initiative. This partnership creates a very great impact. The impact is how government can create a visibility among the entire stakeholders. So any initiative which comes with a government seal has a great value. Let it be from the credit bank that we have from the government, central government, or how state government supports the state university to enhance various emerging technology programs. Just imagine, we were talking about last 40 years of bridging the gap, but we have a great vicinity in creating the platforms already, which is very much available. How rural colleges can use such platforms. Let it be on the infrastructure, let it be on the investment that you make on emerging technology. I love the word coined by Vijay sir, saying that not too much of innovation centers are needed. All you need that awareness. The best part of any faculty is to first you have to learn, then you have to execute to the students community. How much awareness a faculty friend has. So we talk about Swayam. I was little concerned about why sir did not mention about Future Skills Prime. It is also from the Government of India initiative. Maybe I should do a lot of awareness program on that. So, I represent NASSCOM. We have our own platform called Future Skills Prime. The purpose of this platform is to any common man in the country, any individual in the country should have a right to learn, a right to upskill, a right to understand how future of work is going to be. Uh, Today, I take the pride in saying that we were talking about only 33% of engineering graduates were employable. Now, we with so much of effort, so much of a supervision that we have increased to 51%. I think so. Again, kudos go to the faculty members because the faculties are the real pillars in transforming that numbers. That struggle has been completely shifted base from industry front. So we closely talk to our members, our member, which includes even ICT Academy, because we always shoulder our growth, adding them with their balances that they connect in colleges, they connect in industry, the great diversity that they are trying to bring in. Because NASSCOM can get the clarity on what are the emerging technology which are in use, and we validate how these emerging technologies are creating jobs. For instance, India is one country which has invested a lot of its effort in AI. But how many of you really know how many of jobs is getting created in a year? For example, anybody know that in a year, how many thousands of jobs is created in AI? How many thousands of jobs created in 3D printing? That awareness part is missing. Today, if anybody want to join a college, they either listen to a career counselor who talks in TV, say that in the Varsham, this is the trend, this is the scope that you all can survive in next 10 years. But the reality is different. You should ask the industry people. You should ask ICT Academy, or you should ask the panel members who really know the number game. So transformation of education is not the thought process in one man's decision. So give that awareness to the students' friend. Give the awareness. I think somewhere this awareness start from schools. It need not to be on 12th. After the examination, the career counseling should happen. It should happen from 8th standard. It should happen from 6th standard. We are talking about great models about modern schools in Delhi, whatever improvement that's happening in Bangalore. And we should also have a similar acceptance of great learning experiences bringing in here. So with that note, I would like to say what Nan Mudalvan as a scheme, how State Skill Mission of Kerala is doing, and how NASSCOM and ICT Academy are partnering. So we will have the validation of numbers. In the Varsho, how many jobs will be created in emerging technology? We have expertise in AR, VR. He will exactly know how many lakhs of jobs will be produced in next 5 years. That's the reality that we should know. We should not say the students community, these are the emerging technology, you have to learn this, you will have scope on this. End of the day, what makes the impact is, will they get a job or not? And the job readiness, I think so, we all have to join hands. I always believe it is not that one hand can make the success impact. It is every hand in this room should join and create impact. Considering the time, and thank you so much for this great opportunity. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Uday. Mr. Vijay would like to make an announcement. Probably we'll close this.
I usually give one takeaways or key takeaways in everywhere I go. So, as I said, we conduct close to 500 to 600 faculty development programs. So, on stage, I would like to give 5 institutions or 5 or 10 institutions a 1-day full FDP program on the emerging technology free. If somebody is interested to use that opportunity, please let me know. Our faculty will come. We will show you the technology. We will show a demonstration. We'll give you overview of all things. AI, 5G, IoT, AR, VR, all things. Anybody who wants that, well, I'm happy to do it.
What a fantastic way to conclude this panel discussion. A big round of applause to Vijay sir. So just to summarize, transformational leadership is nothing but creating a lasting change that can go beyond our tenure and create a lasting impression or a lasting impact on this next gen students. Because whatever we do, whether in terms of faculty training or whether it in terms of adopting the technology for the learning teaching process, everything which we need, as Udaya rightly pointed out, is to give a gainful employment to the students. So we have a larger responsibility, and everyone is a leader, as rightly pointed out by Elayaperumal sir in the very beginning of his conversation. He pointed out that everyone here is a leader. Only thing is they're all sitting in the stage. That's it. So as a team, as a group, I think we need to transform and create we need to put our efforts to create the new gen talent pool for the nation. Thank you very much, and I conclude the panel here.